Good evening from Rumor Control. What is the problem with education in America? The problem? The problem is that there is no education in America. That's right. People are sent to school year after year at every level and learn absolutely nothing. We graduate a lot of people with credentials, but with very little education. And why is that? Well, we could look to what George Carlin said. The establishment doesn't want an educated population because that doesn't serve their interests. They want people smart enough, just smart enough, to operate the machinery of society, but not smart enough to question why it works the way it works. And I think second, we're graduating a lot of people with useless college degrees outside of the specialties, science, medicine, and law, for example, that are of no or of little use in the world, unless you're going to be a historian or a philosopher and things like that. But of course, it's no wonder when you go to a Starbucks that the person serving you your coffee is more than likely holds a master's degree or higher. So people are spending money on a useless, basically, piece of parchment with useless degrees like business administration, sociology, 4-year degree in psychology. And then they get out of college and they want a job. So as far as, let's just focus for a minute on business. Business is as simple as taking a 10-cent product and selling it for $1. You don't need an advanced degree. You don't need a 4-year degree for this. And the Ivy League universities are even worse with their legacy admissions and their multi-billion-dollar endowments. The Ivy League universities, the only purpose that Ivy League universities serve is to graduate the next group of people who will be pushed right away up into the establishment in politics and business, etc., etc., etc. And before you think this life is about hard work, it's not about hard work. It's by dint of birth, where you went to school, who you knew, the breaks you had, who you surrounded yourself with, the luck. Luck is a big and probably the only factor. So I think people should think long and hard when they get out of high school, whether or not they want to dump $300,000 or more into a business person's pocket for the privilege of graduating 4 years later with a piece of parchment that's utterly or nearly worthless. I think you, yourself, or your parents, or whoever is paying, would be better off to send you around the world for 4 years with a pile of books sitting in every country you can possibly get into in coffee shops and reading. Because number one, as Mark Twain said, the purpose of travel, it's fatal to prejudice. And number two, as William Hazlitt said, the English controversialist, the purpose of travel is to turn a closed mind into an open one. So think long and hard before you spend $300,000 of yours or somebody else's money on something that will more than likely prove of little to no use to you in the future. Except, of course, if you're paying for yourself, it'll get you into debt, deep debt, non-dischargeable debt, which is how this country likes to start its young people off, in debt. Good luck. Take my advice. You'll be better off.